Hello everyone, and thank you once again for joining me, Jan Harp, on whichever social media platform you are watching this from right now. Taking a moment just to enjoy the serene surroundings. Hopefully you love water as much as I love water, and this just looks nice and serene. To take a moment and talk about therapeutic intervention. Therapeutic intervention is something that people oftentimes will shy away for reasons, whether culturally or, as I said, because of a past situation, or just because of the way that they grew up. You don't talk about your personal business with other people who are not part of your family. Any of those things, they all play into how long it takes for us to reach out for help when we are facing difficult situations. Yourself, how do I address the unknown? That in and of itself causes us to have to make adjustments in our lives. We have to adjust to something that may be uncertain. We have to adjust to something that we may not be comfortable with, something unexpected. Sometimes that lends to grief, letting go of what was, embracing what is to come. Some people have a fear about change and uncertainty. Those things, when you bottle them and you just keep trying to and you're not addressing those things that are starting to weigh on you, boom, sooner or later you have meltdowns. When some of these meltdowns, some of these stressful situations of people having strokes and heart attacks, some of that can be alleviated if people would take a moment and de-stress with a therapist. The goal of therapy should always be to figure out how to have appropriate coping skills for your situation. Most part, when people first enter into therapy, the goal is for the relationship to be, as impactful as possible within as brief a time period as possible. It's not to say that you want to be rushed through the process, but the goal is not always psychoanalytical to go all the way back and bring you all the way forward and spend months and possibly years doing therapy with you. No, some things are brief interventions to help you to adjust to circumstances and situations in order for you to be able to deal with them in a less stressful way, in a way that lends to organized chaos, where you have a detailed plan on how things can be addressed. Where resources can be found. Where your support system lies. You have things in place to help you to deal with the day-to-day. So everything doesn't work for everybody. People have to figure out what will work for their situation day-to-day. Whereas before you entered into a therapeutic relationship, you were trying to figure your way out of a cloud because you weren't sure where the resources were. And you weren't sure who to go to for support, and everything seemed like an uncertain set of circumstances that could lend to dire consequences if you're not able to get it done. And sometimes getting it done is scary enough in and of itself. Find someone who you are able to relate to. Sometimes they say, no, it's not about if that person has been through it before. It's how good that person is able to utilize interventions and techniques in order to help you to reach the goal of, overcoming the hurdles that you came into the relationship, the therapeutic relationship with. And so I can see that, but at the same point in time, you do have to have a certain relatability to the therapist that you're seeing. And I feel that sometimes you might not find it on the first go round, but that does not mean for you to stop trying. In uncomfortable spaces, you're able to figure out what it is that's been hindering you. You're able to figure out, how do I overcome these thoughts, these emotions, that keep me grappling to figure out how to stay motivated and how to accomplish what I know I need to accomplish in order to navigate these troubling times. And I think the best way for a person to do that is through a therapeutic alliance, a therapeutic relationship with someone who they're able to relate to, who's able to utilize interventions and techniques in order to help you reach the goal that you're trying to reach. I encourage you today, to, even if you're not looking to get a a full therapeutic relationship. Maybe you just need case management. Let us help you find that. If we're not the agency for you, let us do some resource searches for you, and let us send you over resources to help you find that relationship that will work for you in your circumstances. And I thank you for your time. I hope that, like I said, I hope that this has been a serene, lazy river time for you, as well as it was for me. And as I said, stay safe. Develop your new sense of normalcy, and definitely seek out a therapeutic relationship that works for you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, see you again on social media. And as always, thank you for your support. Stay well. Utilize this time to do something outside the box. Tune in online, all over social media. If you are on Twitter, it's holistic_FL. If you want to see more videos like this, please go to YouTube, where we talk about how to start your business, because we believe that starting a business, economic freedom, being able to alleviate some of those stresses and pressures by having multiple streams of income. One of them could be your job, another one is your business, and so on and so forth. Having those options alleviate stress. It's a health benefit. This is a little spot where the slide comes down. You see that slide over there? So we want to just keep going past that slide, because that's where all the children are congregating. So if you wanted to figure out, how best to keep COVID-19 down, stay away from the children and make sure the children stay quarantined, because if they get out, they will congregate. So once we get past that little area, you'll see everything will clear out again, and it'll be back to nice and quiet and serene. But back to therapeutic intervention. Kids started circulating through this pool. It was nice and serene before the kids started circulating, but the kids are trying to circulate. All right. Okay. We can meet from anywhere, just like you're seeing this from wherever you are.